everybody? Welcome to Jacob's Quest, and today we got a brand new trailer for Black Adam, DC's Shazam spinoff, maybe, kind of, maybe connected to. Look, the continuity in the DC universe series of movies. I don't even, look, people call it the DC EU, but I don't know if that was ever the official designation or anything. Yeah, look, it's needless to say, the continuity is a little confusing. It's the movies have not always stayed in line, and now we got a new Batman and a new Joker, and there's like three different versions of Justice League. Who knows what's actually happening, what's going on. I don't know. Black Adam is here. Maybe this trailer will answer some questions. Either way, this is a movie that's been in the works for a while. If you remember, The Rock was announced to be Black Adam, I think back in 2013, 2014. So it's been almost a decade. It's been almost a decade since that was like announced by WB. And by the way, WB has like changed parent companies like twice in that time. So yeah, pretty crazy, but it's here. It's like real. It's a real thing that's actually happening. So let's go ahead and take a look at Black Adam. And here we go.
Black Adam. What have your powers ever given to you?
Okay. Oh, he's been like captured. Or is he being resurrected? Like he's being woken up?
Nothing but heartache.
Wonder who that guy's supposed to be.
Until I died. Then I was reborn a god. My son sacrificed his life to save me.
Okay.
Now, I kneel before no one.
So I wonder if they're gonna show the actual like Shazam wizard.
This world.
Oh, okay. There's Hawkman. There's Dr. Fates. There you go.
They're
Okay.
villains. Heroes don't kill people.
Well, I do.
Okay.
My vision has shown me the future. You have two choices. You can be the destroyer of this world, or you can be its savior.
What year is this supposed to be set?
That's up to you.
Behind you! Did he just catch a rocket?
He got a rocket.
Okay. October 21st. Okay. Interesting. All right. Okay, so I remember hearing that like the Justice Society was going to be like involved in this. So I guess in my brain I thought like, okay, so that means it's going to be it's going to take place in like the 40s or the 50s or something like that, but no, it based on like the jets that he's flying against, it seems to be basically just modern day, which is interesting, of course, because again, it's like, okay, so the Justice League does exist, I guess, maybe. But look, we got Dr. Fate, we got Hawkman, and okay, this is not the Atom. I always get this character confused with the Atom because the Atom turns small and this guy turns big, but he's got a different name. I don't remember what his name actually is, but he's got like the same symbol as the Atom does, and I don't exactly remember what his deal is. And yeah, it looks like, I don't know, maybe I need to like freshen up on my Black Adam origin story, but from everything I remember, basically you had the Wizard Shazam, And long ago, he had made basically the same deal he made with Billy Batson, but with the Black Adam, or he had an Egyptian name back then. And basically the story was that he turned evil, and now that's why he's essentially the evil version of Shazam, or Captain Marvel, or whatever you want to call him, right? Which of course they made that movie about, and they're going to be making a second Shazam movie, so it's unclear if this is tied into that in any way. They didn't show the wizard that gave Shazam his powers, so if they don't show that wizard, then I guess we have to assume that this is not connected to that somehow, even though it's like the same powers and they have the same symbol, and I don't know, it's really confusing. But this Hawkman, I really like this helmet that they come up with. It's pretty cool looking. And Hawkman, again, a lot of these DC characters, they're so old at this point that they've had several different origin stories, depending on like which, you're reading like Golden Age or Silver Age or like Modern Age comics. Like what are you reading? Because even Hawkman here, like there's a version where he I believe he was either cursed or he just had like magical armor that like made him like immortal and he could fly and stuff. And then there was like another version where it's like, oh, actually we're an alien species and we forgot we were aliens, and then we keep on getting resurrected over and over again. It's like it became like more complicated as it went on. So I'm not sure which version of Hawkman we're dealing with here. Is this a guy who keeps on getting resurrected and he loses his memories, or what's the deal with that? So there's a lot of questions in regards to like, what world is this taking place in? Is this taking place in the the Suicide Squad, Batman v Superman, Justice League world, in the same Shazam world where those, they're making a Shazam 2, which is why I'm like extra kind of confused as to what's happening, because they're making a Shazam 2, and they even kind of like teased the fact that like, oh hey, there's an extra chair in this what was it called, the Realm of Eternity, or I forget the name of it. Oh, the Rock of Eternity, that's what it's called. But they're like, oh, there's an extra chair here, kind of hinting like, oh, it's Black Adam's chair, but this movie Black Adam has been like in like production hell for so long. Like again, it's been like almost a decade, that it's like, is this even related to that in any kind of way? It's very unclear. It would feel strange if it was not, if they go the entire movie and they don't mention the Wizard Shazam, and there's no like, I'm not saying that like, oh, Billy Batson has to show up in this, but it would be very weird, I think, if they don't at the very least allude to the fact that like, oh, in Black Adam's time, in his whatever you call it, whatever hibernation coma type deal he was in since like Egyptian times, in his time asleep, the wizard has chosen a new champion, and it's Shazam. So if there's not at least like a little mention of that, then I have to assume that this is not related at all to that, which again is weird because it's the same company making the sequel to that movie, which I think is coming out next year. So I don't know. Okay. Look, DC is in a weird place because, like I said, they've changed parent companies again. What's his name, Zaslav, who like Discovery, the Discovery company, they're setting in all kinds of new rules, and they're canceling all these shows and movies. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting going into a DC movie. Especially like a new character. Like this is not Wonder Woman 2 or Aquaman 2 or The Flash, which again, that's obviously that's connected to the Zack Snyder era. This is like a character that was kind of on the outskirts while all of that stuff was happening, and it's only finally just now coming out. So I don't know. I will watch this movie and I'll enjoy it on its own merits, but I am going in with like all of these questions that I'm not sure that they're gonna actually answer, and I don't know if they have to. Like I suppose it's fine if this movie just stands on its own and it's not like involved with anything, it's not related in any way to the rest of the expanded DC universe. Maybe that will actually be to its benefit, because as I said, it's confusing, it's unclear what counts, what doesn't count, what's related, you know. A lot of people thought that the Peacemaker TV show that came out was going to be like its own thing, like with the Suicide Squad. But then, hey, look, at the end of that, you have Aquaman and the Flash from the Snyderverse there. So like, okay, so obviously that's in the same world, you know. So like, there's a lot of like things where it's like, we need clarification here. So I don't know. I hope that this is in the Shazam universe, because then it would be nice to be able to like watch that Shazam movie, watch the Black Adam movie, watch the second Shazam movie, and maybe see some like connective tissue, at least a little bit. You know, of course, eventually you would always want like Black Adam and Shazam to fight each other, which is, admittedly, that's going to be kind of funny looking, because it's like The Rock, who he just literally looks like that, and then you have Zachary Levi, who, you know, I'm sure Zachary Levi is like a tall guy or something, but like, he doesn't look like The Rock, you know. So it is going to be kind of funny seeing them like superhero fight each other one day, which I do hope happens. But it is like, okay, he's clearly, he's not The Rock, you know. He's never going to like beat The Rock in a punching contest. It's just kind of funny. So, but yeah, you know, this movie on its own doing its whole Justice Society thing, which, that again, another question. It's like, okay, so the Justice Society of America, Dr. Fate, Hawkman, the not the Atom. This guy's growing big, but he kind of looks like the Atom, but it's not the Atom. It's something else. I can't remember his name. I believe they also have another member of the team. I remember there was like 4 of them announced. I don't remember who else it is though. Anyways, you know, it's like, okay, so this other superhero team, do they have any relation at all to the Justice League? Do they know of them? Are they going to bring them up? You know, it's just in this weird situation where it's like, I'm not asking this movie to be like, oh, we're going to put Easter eggs and references and cameos everywhere, and that's all I want. All I'm saying is that, like, it sure would help at the very least clarify where this movie stands. You know, like, what is this? Is this an entirely separate entity, or is this actually connected to, you know, everything else? We don't know, and I don't know if they know. So, anyways, Black Adam, it looks cool. You know, this is just a, you know, the trailer's just a bunch of action shots, a bunch of shots of The Rock looking cool in the Black Adam suit, and he does look cool. No idea as to like what the actual story is, like what's actually supposed to be happening. Maybe, I don't know if he's gonna be the anti-hero, where like he kind of kills a bunch of people, but then he decides to save the day at the very end because there's an even more evil kind of military, you know, whoever these guys are, some kind of military group that I guess probably wants to like harness his power or something like that. Whoever this is that he's fighting against, you know, I know that Black Adam is supposed to be the ruler of this country. What is the name of the country again? It starts with like a K or something. Anyways, so I know he's supposed to be the ruler and protector of this like specific country. So maybe that's what the movie ends up being about. Maybe he like takes out this terrorist organization that's attacking the whole country. You know, that would be kind of an interesting thing of him being like, you know, he starts off as a villain and then he becomes like this really aggressive anti-hero who's like, I'm gonna kill anyone who tries to invade this land, and he just goes brutal on them. Maybe that's the idea. And hey, this could all be really interesting, but again, I can't help but go in with these questions of like, what is this movie's relation to those other movies? Because you know, and when I'm done here, I'm gonna go look up some Black Adam lore, because I'm like, okay, he said his son sacrificed himself to bring him back. So does this have nothing at all to do with the Shazam wizard, or is that kind of part of it? I don't really know. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about Black Adam, the movie, and it's long been in production history, literally since like 2013, 2014 or something like that. Like, it's, The Rock was announced to be this character a long time ago, you know. think about where the MCU was back in 2014, you know what I mean? So like, that's just how long it's been since like this was supposed to be a thing. I am glad that it's finally being made and that it's finally like, it exists. It is a movie that exists. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts and your theories about the whole DC universe as a whole, and what matters and what doesn't matter, and what counts, and all of it. Let me know what you guys think about all of it. Do you expect them to actually even care that much about it, like the continuity, or are they just gonna focus on their movie and they're not gonna bother with any of that other stuff? Just like let that be its own thing. This is its own thing. Yeah, let me know, and I'll see you guys next time.